Alright, we should be going live. Let's see. It says I'm live. We'll make sure that we are. I see, I see a commercial. Let's skip the ad there. Let's see. There we go. Alright. I'm going to cancel that there. So now that I know that I'm live. YouTube changed how you can transmit the live show. Let's stop that there. And we'll get started right on the ball. Alright, get rid of this. Alright, so you're watching Digit Spin Crypto live for the 2020 Bitcoin cryptocurrency crash pity party. So this way we can chat and see what's going on. Hey guys, how you doing on the chat there? Alright, so unfortunately my chat's supposed to be showing up on the screen. Doesn't look like that it is. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can get that chat stream. Let's take a look and see if my chat stream is on here. Let's get it connected. Something new that I was trying to put together. Multi-view, it says chat stream is live. So, can't answer for that. Don't know why it's not working. So it is what it is. And if we're lucky, it'll show up and we'll just have to deal with it as we go along. It's supposed to have a chat stream right here. I guess I'm not as smart as I thought I was. I was able to add the over here, concurrent users, so we can see how many live people are with us. But disappointed the chat stream isn't working. It's unfortunate. All right, let's come up over here. And we'll bring that up and up. Now I can see. Hey, there you go. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Duncan's out there, and he says, "How you doing, Dino? Good to see you, Duncan." So you're watching Digit Spin Crypto. My name is Dino. Now, anything that I say tonight is clearly not financial advice. Let me be real clear about that. I want to make sure that you fully understand this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner, so don't pretend that I am. Having said that, we can get to the meat and potatoes. I was taking a look at Bitcoin here to get my head out of the way. What are we at? We're at 48.17, give or take. And it looks like we actually even hit 46.30. 46.30. I wonder how many of you guys are out there buying at this point. And, you know, talking on the chat, the Telegram. Let's take a look, see what we got here. Hey, there we go. Matt's in there. How you doing, Matt? Hello, Matt. We'll reply right back to him and see what he's doing. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I'm taking a look at a lot of stuff that's going on. A lot of the guys in the Digit Spin chat room on Telegram. You know, they're waiting for the price to go down. A couple of guys have been buying. I think, what was it, Jeff here? Jeff, he was able to get some at 4,500, so good for him. You might as well. DCA, guys, DCA, dollar cost average. This is going to affect a lot of, I mean, you have to laugh at this point. Because this is an eye-opener. Look, crazy stuff's going on. I saw that just before Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruises, Disney Paris, all shutting down. And I bet you they're going to be down for probably a month or more. That's a long time. Maybe they can paint the place while they're at it. Freaking Disney World over here looks like a portable carnival ride. It's all. I've seen better portable carnivore. It's pretty damn. It needs some paint. Matthew Gray saying, "Hey, Dino, I'm not doing too bad. You know, I made 20% in the traditional stock market." Good for you. I'm glad that worked out for somebody. Oh my gosh. It's craziness. I've added a couple of new things. If I to the show, like I was saying there, I added the live view counters. Let me see here if there's this a company called Streamlabs, and they make these browser plugins. You can configure your setup. Let's see if I can get in here. I'll log in real quick. You can configure your setup, and then you can open up some windows with a browser location in it, and it'll give you some interactive stuff. So I got alert boxes, and let's see what else we got. Some other pretty neat things. All the widgets. So one of the things I added, or I thought I added, was the chat box. It shows it here, and it shows that it's active, but I'm not getting anything. As people chat, it's supposed to come right up in here. I'm wondering if I wasn't smart enough to save it or something. So that's not functioning at the moment. Let's take a look here. I don't even see. Oh, there it is. Oh, all right, so it is working. Okay. So it is up there. All right. So if I move this out of the way a little bit, yeah, let's do that mobile version. And we can actually cover up the digit spin crypto. You guys all know where you are. So as the chats come up, it's supposed to put it here. Apparently, I guess I didn't save my last configuration. Let's see if we can position it a little bit nicer. Let's pan it over a little bit. We'll do one of those, and we'll pan it over to the X. There we go. And we can zoom it down a little bit. Yeah, this way you guys can see if you're just interacting with TV or something to that effect. This way you can see the chat, because not everybody can see the chat. So I think that would be kind of cool to have. I thought that was neat to add, so I added that. And I added, oh, this thing here is just pretty neat. Let's see if I can find in one of the widgets that I was able to add was called an alert box. So if somebody subscribes or does something to that effect, it's supposed to come up with a little doohickey up on the screen. Let's see here, all widgets, alert box, and yeah, it's supposed to be this alert box. No, that's a chat box. There we go. And it comes up with this little doohickey up on the screen. And so, like, if somebody subscribes, there it is. There, a little guy comes running on, and it tells you that the guy just subscribed. Or I guess there's one for super chat and some other stuff here. That's super chat. So that'll come up. And there's a couple other things. What I'm trying to do, this way you guys all know what I'm trying to do. Obviously, getting the information or getting the streams out to people are going to be very important. And what I'm going to be doing is creating Digit Spin TV. So you'll be able to either go on YouTube, or you'll be able to go to Digit Spin TV or what have you, and you'll be able to have a far more robust series of interactives that you can do with the stream. So we'll see how that turns out. But that'll be in the period ahead. The way things are going, I may have a whole ton of extra time coming up, because it's been interesting to say the least. Even the sales right now for the shop, the sales at the shop are even off a little bit. So it's I'd say, you know, I had a bunch of quotes that I had prepped and ready to go, and all of them that were related to trade shows. They've all back. You know, they said, you know, thanks for the quote, but we're going to end up doing them in the summer. And I'd say about $250,000 worth of business just evaporated, and just in trade show business. And then I've even had customers that were in production decided to hold off and called me up, but unfortunately I've already, you know, built most of their stuff, so they're going to go forward with it. But it's interesting how this is going to play out in the economy, and you know, I'm getting to see it, you know, firsthand as things are happening. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for everybody. You know, all the folks that are you know, out at Disneyland, Disney World, they're gonna have, you know, some time off. You know, they closed the shops down, the parks down, so everybody's gonna be having some extra time off for themselves. You know, and I feel bad for those guys. Let's move me over here. So yeah, there we go. That works. So you know, a lot of those folks are going to have time off on their hands, and you know, it's going to affect a lot of people. So if you know, you guys are out there, you know, tighten your belt, make sure that you have your reserves. Don't spend it all on crypto. Make sure you have some cash at hand, be able to take care of your bills. That's going to be important, you know, just in case anything should go wrong wherever you're working. And we'll see how this turns out. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what we got here in the chat. I see a lot of good stuff up here. All right, we got some questions. We got some good stuff. Jerry's going, hey Dino, my portfolio is totally hammered here. You and everybody else, Jerry. Yeah. It's taking a beating. There's no doubt about it. You know, the guys in the chat are like, yeah, as soon as it hits $1,000 or as soon as it hits $10, I'm buying it all. You and everybody else. Oh, all right, Duncan. Duncan's saying, hey, Dino, you forgot to say you're just a goofy guy in a straw hat. You're watching Digispin Crypto. Now I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So, we'll go from there. Hey, see what Michael has to say. Michael says, hey, Dino. We are all losing money. Just purchased a little more Bitcoin. ETN is depressing me. Well, if that's the only other altcoin you have, yeah, sure. I don't know why you're just picking on ETN. It's Coin 360. You can't pick on ETN. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. It's bad. You're looking at 42%. A 42% drop, and everybody's taking a bath. Let's take a look at let's take a look at these crypto note coins. We got Monero down 42%, Cardano down 42%, Dash 40. Let's see what else we got here. ETN should be here somewhere. Zenbeam. I am looking at crypto notes, right? Oh, here it is, crypto notes. Okay. So, you got Bitcoin down 45%, Electroneum down. See, Electroneum is only down 26. That's half. That's doing twice as good as everybody else. So actually, Electroneum, because of its stability, has done pretty well. Let's zoom in and take a look. PLC, I don't remember what that is. Loki's down 30%. BitTube, 41%. I didn't realize BitTube was such a small amount of people. How can there be that little of BitTube sold? Such a great coin. 41%. Turtle coin, 52%. You got Croatian coin, Masri, QWERTY coin, 33%. Rio's up 7. Huh. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, some of these others. I'm surprised XMC is not in here. I don't see XOC. Plura coin, 41%. Actually, Electroneum's doing the best out of out of all the Monero coins. Electroneum's doing good. Look at this. Here it is, XMC. That's a Monero Classic, 63% drop. So it could be a lot worse. That goes to show you. This is the percentage. This is how much Bitcoin it is. I have to zoom way in here. That's how much there is in Electroneum out there in dollar values comparison. Craziness. XRP ETH, 42% on ETH. That's got to bring it down. Half was what, 220? What's it, $110? Let's take a look. Coin market cap. I'm just gonna chat and goof off here, guys, because keep an eye on it. So $109 for ETH. Yeah, anything under $100, good price for ETH. Craziness. Yeah, Streamlabs is good. Streamlabs is pretty cool. You're right on there, Matthew. I had played with it prior, but I decided to finally, integrate it into my my broadcasting system. I'm not actually using the Streamlabs broadcasting system. I'm using a different one, and but I'm using some of the Streamlabs tools to make everything work. But I may set up the Streamlabs OBS and see what kind of interactive system I can put together with it if I get some time. Jerry keeps wishing. Jerry keeps going, hey, maybe Bitcoin will get to $10. Wouldn't that be a great moment? It'd be a great moment for all of those that ended up buying up some. I doubt it'd ever get that out, be able to get to that price. I would be shocked if it gets down to the $3,500 range. For it to get to $10, you're talking a lot of major hodlers would have to part with their Electroneum. It would have to be just zombies would have to be walking around. We would have to have zombies walking around the earth, I think, for it to get to $10. And Matthew Gray goes, I almost could afford one Bitcoin. Yeah. Well, when it was at 34, everybody was panic selling and everything. At 34, 35, that's when I picked up the majority of my Bitcoin. So I'm pretty happy with that. But if it was to hit that again, I would try to get some more. Yeah, definitely a historical day. And it's not just because of cryptocurrency. You got you got just stuff everywhere going on. It's like total chaos out there financially. You start looking through the news, and then the news is gonna obviously amplify everything, but you know, it's something that, you know, it's something that should be taken serious, because what, 1918 was our last pandemic, and we lost many millions of people, and what was it, 8%, 10% of the world's population died? That's a lot of people. That's a good chunk. So it's not something you want to see happen again. And I think by trying to lock everybody out, keep everybody from traveling, they're trying to keep the thing from spreading. Hopefully, let the darn thing die out. But we'll see. I think there's too many people that have it. What was there a guy in? I was going through the Telegram, and let's see here. There was a state, Ohio health officials. This is from The Hill, and it's actually thehill.com, so it's not a fake. It's not a fake article. And, you know, the Ohio health official estimates 100,000 people. So who knows? Who knows? That seems awful, an awful lot of people. But what do I know? It seems like an awful lot of people. All right. So Matthew's saying, "Hey Dino, what do you think, Mike?" So what do you think people might or should be doing right now? Just hypothetically. Buy toilet paper! Somebody sent me a picture. He goes, "Yeah, I went to go buy toilet paper. It's all gone." He goes, "The shelves are all empty." He goes, "I went to go buy toilet paper. There wasn't any." He goes, "That and now the soup aisle looked like that too." I haven't been into my grocery store, so I don't know. I haven't seen, but I guess this weekend we'll get some foodstuffs. Not because we're gonna need it right away, but because it's just you're not gonna get it. And you know, it's funny because I you know, wanted to send out some stuff via freight, and the freight prices are going up. The drivers are charging more because they've got to travel into different areas of interest or concern, and so the cost of freight is going up. So I was kind of taken back by that. Electroneum Philippines, how you doing there? Deodorizing, disinfecting, yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's cancel that. Ricardo goes, "Yeah, I guess it's better to laugh than to cry, right?" Yeah, I think so. I think that's where we're all at the moment. I'm not gonna get anything better than that. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Laugh, grab. Applause, breaking glass. I was taking a look at my applause and my laughter. I got an explosion. I was going to lower it because it seemed like it was a little high. I don't know if it was my microphone or not. It is what it is. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Michael says, "I own Veriscoin." Also, he goes, "They're both depressing me right now at the moment." Yeah. It don't matter what you have. Because according to this, it don't matter. Not one bit. The only thing that's green are all the tether coins. USDT, USDC. packs. What else we got here? The DAI, True USD. Let's see what I hear. I don't know what BUSD is. That's obviously some kind of tether of some type. SUSD. And this stuff isn't just red, it's deep red. As far as a Telegram, and you bring up the price for Bitcoin, and it comes up with little skulls. So you come in here, you do price for Bitcoin. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah. Oh, we got 2 skulls now. BTC, $4,600. In 1 hour, you got a sweat down 5%. You're sweating in the last hour. But the 24 and the 7 day, you got skulls. Guy who wrote this thing, this software is pretty funny. Oh my gosh. Ricardo said, yeah, the price of toilet paper is rocking these days. It gets better than you. I'm gonna have to get those 3 seashells. Anybody ever forget how the heck those 3 seashells work? I have no idea. I've watched that movie 25 years ago, and I still can't figure out what the 3 seashells are for. But I want a set of those. Let's see what else we got here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Here in the Philippines, alcohol price is up 200%. Holy smokes. I guess. Thanks, Matty. Good. Hey, shh! He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Oh my gosh. Jerry goes, yeah, this is definitely not the end of the downtrend, and you are right. I think you're right on target. I think we can watch this, and we'll be able to see it go down even further. You take a look at these drops. And this is the 1 minute. Let's put this in the 15-minute range here. Yeah. So yeah, we've seen some pretty big drops. I mean, that's pretty significant. It's like a ride in Disneyland. All right, but these last few ones, I wasn't expecting this one. But the truth of the matter is that I think we're gonna see some more of this. Because it's coming fast and furious. I mean, we're looking at just a few hours in between the last drop and this one. Oh my gosh. Ricardo goes, what's the bottom, Dino? I don't know. I think we're gonna see it continue. This is gonna be, I think, the initial impact, and depending on the news, everybody's getting hit today with all this news and everything. So that's the reason why I think we're gonna see this shock. I think we might see a little rebound, but I have a feeling that over the next month, we may see that $3,500 price again. I think it's possible. We're not that far off right now. You were at what, 47.60? We're just not that far off. So you're only looking at $1,000 difference right now to be able to bring us down to that $3,500 range. And I think it's possible. It's possible. Ricardo goes, hey, maybe $1,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. Unlikely, but so is all of the events that are going on right now. I think that if we see the stock market continue to tumble, which it's got to, you got large caps like Disney shutting down all the parks, all their cruises, basically, you know, a whole division closing down. That's gonna affect the stock price tomorrow morning. You know, their stock is gonna sell off. It's gotta. There's no way around that. It's gotta sell off. And that's just not the only company. Anything to do with travel, vacations, fun, that type of thing. The NBA, all the basketball tournaments are shut down. The amount of live events, trade shows, the amount of live events being shut down is just astronomical. And it's going to have a huge financial impact. And my concern is that it just kicks off a much larger financial crisis that clearly puts us into, at minimum, a recession. And of course, it could be something of significant value. I mean, I've already started scheduling one day off for my employees. You know, we kind of share in the pain. I mean, I can't take off, but you know, I cut my salary in half, and you know, and then the employees are taking a day off, and they may have to go to 2 days out of the week. So we'll have to see. I have a lot of things still going on, and a lot of bids that are out there that'll keep us busy. But but trade shows are, you know, 25% of my business, so that's a lot to lose, you know. And we're not the only ones. And you know, like I said, all the park employees, and you're not looking at just at Disney. You're looking at Universal Studios and Fun Spot, and you're looking at a lot of different venues, and that's where Florida, you know, gets all their tax base from. You know, if there's nobody coming, you know, there's no tax collections. So it's going to be interesting. Matthew says, yeah, I was going to say $3,200. $3,200 I got to put on my beard. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. $3,200. Ricardo goes, I love chaos. He's like the little robot on the spaceship, and guy throws down the glass. Ricardo comes running out. Was that the Fifth Element? So Jerry's saying, yeah, tell me some stories of what's going on locally around you guys. So Jerry's saying France totally shutting down. Just don't use the beer word, all right? Otherwise, they ban the video and stuff like that. So just call it the just call it the beer. Just say beer. We'll know what we're talking about. So Jerry's saying, yeah, France is totally shutting down. Zombies are everywhere in Paris. It's kind of sad to see. Yeah, you would think there's a zombie apocalypse. What was that movie with the Umbrella Corporation? I'm thinking Evil Dead. The Umbrella Corporation, and they break the bottle open, and everybody gets it, and they all turn undead. What the heck? They made the 5 movies. I watched it all the time, and I can't remember the darn name. Resident Evil. Thank you. I feel like, you know, she gets out of the hospital, and she comes outside, and there's like newspapers, zombies walk, and everything. It's like, I think we're in that section. She's in the hospital, and we're doing all the excitement now for the next few months. Hey, Paul's out there. How you doing, Paul? Good evening, everybody. Good to see you, Paul. Is that a new picture you got, Paul? Yeah, so Chaz is saying, here's a good suggestion for you. You should have enough food for 2 weeks. In case you're asked to stay home. People shouldn't panic. No, they shouldn't panic. It's not like you're gonna be a zombie. But definitely have some food. If you don't have an emergency supply kit, you can pick that up this weekend. Spend your money on that, not Bitcoin. Jerry goes, I have an idea. Why don't you use the Washington Post? The Washington Post as toilet paper. Annabella's saying, yeah, definitely. I can confirm zombies are in Paris. Yeah, Chaz, I do like zombies. The zombie movies. Who doesn't like zombie movies? They're kind of creepy, right? It's definitely a creepy thing. Crypto for Life goes, I'm gonna make a crypto crash song right now. There you go. Don't mention any particular coins, just call it the crypto crash song. Boom. Oh, my hat blew up. Wake all you guys up. Oh my gosh. Hey, you guys can like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Knock it out for me. At least give me a like or something. I'm out here sweating it out, hanging out with you guys. King Crypto for Life says, I've already made an XRP stablecoin song. There you go. You gotta send me the link. Put it in the comments or something. Or put it on my Telegram channel. Oh, it's crazy. What else was on here? This was one thing that I thought was interesting. I shut down my X3s. I was using my ASICs to mine Darrow, and Darrow changed their algorithm on me on the 7th. So they're doing a CPU version. I'm sure that somebody has a GPU code out there, though it diminishes the performance of a GPU. But so I think I got like 10 machines running CPUs on Darrow. So I used to make 10 coins a day, 10 Darrow a day. So now I make about one, just shy of one a day. So it takes me about 4 days to earn 3. So but I turned those into Electroneum. But the X3s I threw them onto Monero Classic and Querity Coin, so that I can earn about 1,000 Electroneum a day. But the electricity on that is far more than what it's worth. So, but here's the thing: I was taking a look at my GPUs, and they're actually bringing in more lately. You see it over there, way over there on the corner there, way down there. I'll use the little mouse here. They're actually picking up, and they're actually doing pretty well. I've been earning the most with GPUs lately, so that's pretty exciting. So I'm keeping all my GPUs running, and I run them up against NiceHash, so I'm gonna keep those working. So if you guys are mining, take a look, keep an eye on your machines. This was interesting here. Feds are gonna pump more than $1 trillion into the market. So they try to keep everything running. And the nice thing too is if you have a small business, if your state declares an emergency, you then have the ability to submit an application for a zero interest loan, and because we get those, and we get the hurricanes down here in Florida, and so when they happen, and if it's large enough, they'll declare a state of emergency, and if it's affected you, you can get a low interest or a no interest loan from the feds. I have a feeling that they're going to be loaning a lot of money out, because there's going to be a lot of companies going to need a little propping, a little propping. So that was kind of interesting to see. But they're throwing in over $1 trillion. I mean, they've been pumping 100, 150, 90, 75 billion, a trillion. Whew. A lot of cash. Lots of cash. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. So French touch. Okay. Yeah, we made it XRB. Yes, Paul. It was in reference to the Demolition Man, the 3 seashells. Just getting to that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider, he wasn't in Demolition Man, was he? No, I don't think so. Let's see what else we got here. Jerry. There he goes. Hey, Dino! Lots of laughs. You're so funny. Well, some people are certainly going to jump out windows overnight. No reason to jump out a window. We all know it's going to come back. When the time comes, this is going to come back with a vengeance. But, that's why you don't... This is why, every YouTuber that's out there, they always tell you... They say a stupid thing, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Because it's always tough when these events type of happen. You'd want to buy more, but the odds are, unless you're cash rich and it's sitting there in the bank, you rarely will have extra funds to be able to buy at the low price. And the last thing you want to do is sell at an all-time low to raise capital, to feed your family or what have you if your job's put on hold. So it's a really weird, tough place to be. So you start planning it out now, just in case. Everything's pretty stable at the moment. The governments are gonna, I guess, they be involved with a lot, and economically they're gonna have to. And just even the airlines, there's nobody on them, right? So, but start planning out now, just so you have a plan and you know what you're gonna be doing, and go forward from there. And maybe the answer is, unfortunately, maybe it is you don't eat out that week, and maybe it is that you preload some food. You hold off on that new pair of sneakers or whatever you're doing there. Paul saying, yeah, this hysterical hype, it's just getting started. The initial shock, I think, is this initial shock wave. And, oh, there we go. Let's see what we got here. We're down to 44.91. So we broke 45. We broke 45. Let's see here. Let's do this at the 5-minute window. So we're starting to see another leg down here, and it's dropping as we talk. 44, 44.60. So we may be seeing another leg down. And if we go from here, it was 58 to 48. That could take us from 47 to 37. If it has a similar drop, here it goes. 44.08. We're going to hit 43 in a few minutes. So let's keep an eye on that. Matthew saying, hey, Dino. He goes, my employer's already getting ready to have many of his co-workers working from home. Sure, there's a lot of companies, even Electroneum, they set up a virtual offices so that they can work from home. and keep the Electroneum environment working. They did a test run on it, so that was pretty smart of Electroneum. They did that a week or two ago. It was at least a week ago, and to make sure everything can continue to function, even if everybody is sequestered at home. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ricardo goes, hey, I thought the bear market was well behind us. Yeah, I think we all did. I thought we all did. Here it goes, it's dropping. 42, we're at 42. Back up to 43. We had a little dip. That's going to go back down again. It's going to go back down to 42, guys. Jeez. If it hits 1,000, I'm gonna definitely empty my bank account. I'll eat cardboard for a couple of weeks. Oh my God! You see it now, right here, live, right on Digit Spin Crypto. Thanks guys for sharing this time with me. I was sitting there on Telegram chatting with a few guys, and I said, you know what? I think I need to just go live and talk with everybody, because there's just too much going on. And Matthew, to use the 3 seashells, Matthew puts out there, he doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. Where do I want to know where I can buy the 3 seashells. They look like they have some electronics or something in it. Yeah, Matthew's got a good point here. He goes, the bear market was done for crypto. It's the world markets now that's in a bear market. I think you hit it there. Do you think by the summer that the beer will be gone? Let's see. Well, theoretically, viruses don't like heat, and so I would tend to think that will help, and we'll see how that turns out. It's not a case closed, but it does help. Let's see here. I gotta put this up on the screen. Chaz says, wow, you are so cool. Night of the Living Dead, epic movie. Yeah, Night of the Living Dead was some good stuff. All of them. There was one where they were in a mall. All those zombies. They did the whole filming in an abandoned mall. I remember them building some kind of a vehicle and trying to get out. There was a couple of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. The Resident Evil series is just phenomenal. I mean, it takes it to another level of craziness. So what's this gonna mean for the halving? All right, the halving, it's still gonna happen. Can't stop it. Happens. It'll happen whether we're even not, all of us are not here. It'll still happen. We don't even have to be around as a species. They'll be left with cockroaches, and they'll have a happening. But the fact of the matter is, the happening, it usually takes till that 6 months for it to for that price to start to go up. Here's my concern regarding Bitcoin. You have if you have enough folks scared off, and the halving happens, they're going to start making half the Bitcoins that they had, and at the price that it is now, there's very little or hardly anybody that can make a profit mining Bitcoin. So what happens? What happens if 50% of all the miners shut down and the hash is reduced 50%? Well, the Bitcoin hashing algorithm tests every 2 weeks. And I don't know if you guys were around. Do you guys remember when Electroneum went from the ASICs back to GPUs? Or the first time, because it was at ASICs, it went to GPUs, then it went back to the ASICs. Remember when it went from the ASICs to the GPUs? There was so much hashing power on the ASICs, and the GPUs were providing such a small amount that it was almost impossible to get blocks, because the threshold, the difficulty was so high that the remaining miners, it was almost impossible for them to hit a block. So my question is to you guys: if it goes down to $3 grand, 2,500 or $3 grand and stays there, you know that people are going to have to shut off their miners at some point, or they'll burn through their cash reserves paying for the electricity, hoping that they're the only ones there mining and collecting a whole bunch. But let's say, 50% or more shut down. Do you think it's possible that a blockchain comes to a halt? Or a screeching slowdown to a point where maybe a block doesn't happen every few hours? 3 hours, 4 hours? It could be a very long, instead of a 2-week turnaround, to readjust the hash, the difficulty. They could go on for months. Now, what does that do? What would that do to Bitcoin? You guys tell me. I have my thoughts on it, but that's a possible scenario. That ain't so far-fetched. I would tend to think that there's going to be enough people to keep things working that have enough reserves, but not everybody does. It was a tough bear market. We're coming out of a bear market. We're not coming out of a bull or in the middle of a bull. So if they can't pay their electric and they don't have reserves to pay that electric, they have no choice but to shut it down. You guys tell me what you think. Alright. Matthew Gray says it could push the halving back a bit. If the miners can't keep the power on, they can't mine as much. Yeah, a bit. If that scenario happened, it could push it back a month, longer. So we'll have to see. Wow. Ricardo said the stock market will eat that Fed pump in 5 minutes. You're probably right. James is saying, hey, Dino, what price do you see Bitcoin going to? I think we already talked about that. But I think it's possible to see 3,500. Shockingly so. I think it's possible. Right now, I mean, these are some great prices even at this point. And if you have sacks of cash under the mattress, this is something you might be looking at. But the average Joe is going to be afraid to get rid of his cash, and that's the reason why it's at this price. There's nobody to buy, or should I say, less people to buy. But it will hit a number. It'll hit a magic number that's going to stabilize it. How you doing, Inez? Good to see you. Oh, Inez. Glad you visited Digit Spin Crypto. Congratulations to you. Yeah, BTC keeps falling. We're gonna hit the 3K mark this evening. Ricardo wants to take a bet. Anybody wants to do it? Ricardo says, I will definitely take the bet for 3,000 BTC. Hey, you wanna know me's out there. How you doing? Good to see you. He just goes, hey, Dino. Ricardo says, yeah, he's lucky he's working as a freelancing journalist, so you could write up all sorts of stories and sell the articles, right? Get to work from home in your underwear. Pick a Rob Schneider, huh? Oh, yeah, I remember. Alright, let's see what else. Yep, don't forget what Matthew says here. It's important. Hey, you guys and girls, click on the like button. And if you haven't been here before, feel free to subscribe to Digit Spin Crypto. Obviously, I usually do different types of videos. This is really an off-the-cuff, interactive, so that we can just kind of chat, talk about, and watch Bitcoin crash right before our very, very eyes. Right, Mr. Bean? He's just behind me. I just do it again. Right, Mr. Bean? Yeah. Exactly. Oh, jeez. Helen's Angel says, hey, Bitcoin buyers, here's your big chance. Yeah. Here's your big chance. If you're going to do it, make sure you dollar cost average. Because gosh knows where this is going to land. You still might be able to get a better deal. We'll have to see. I got this on the 5-minute window, and it's still... Let's put this back to the 1-minute window. I kind of like that. You can see all of the excitement in 60-second increments. Let's see here. Rick Viper saying, hey, I'm just thinking how many ATM coins are being given away at this price. I doubt it's been changed right away. They probably have it set. So, I don't think that the mathematics... I would tend to think that the mathematics are set every once in a while, and that is the distributed amount. I do not believe that they are dynamic. I wouldn't set them to dynamic, because if some weird thing happened and all of a sudden it pours out 100,000 coins to each person, you ain't getting them back. So I would set it as a static variable that I would alter on demand or as needed. So to answer your question, I would tend to think it would be the same amount of coins that are being given out. Unfortunately, it's just going to be worth a little less. Everybody's going to share in the pain. Ricardo says, yeah, Bitcoin's just immortal. All right, Matthew's going to be taking off. See you, Matt. Great for stopping by. Appreciate you doing that. It's all good. And we appreciate you coming by. Let's see here. Let's see if I caught everything that was in the Telegram. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos. You'll see our Telegram channel for the Digit Spin Optimist FOMO Rocket Club. But there's a good group of guys and gals, and we chat about just about every type of coin out there in that channel. Feel free. I spend some time in there. I pretty much check in every few hours and interact. You never know when I'll be there, but I'm there quite often, and it's definitely a good channel to check out. This GIF always cracked me up. The one from Seinfeld, and he's serving up a pile of down arrows. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, Ricardo's saying the futures in the stock market are crashing. The circuit breaker could be activated again. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I have a feeling we're going to see it be activated a few times. Yeah, this is going to be a historic time to be alive. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Stories you'll be able to tell your grandchildren years from now. And you know, it's funny because you know, even I mean, I grew up, you know, Ronald Reagan was around, and Jimmy Carter, and the stories that and the things, the experiences that we had. You know, there was no internet when I was young. We had SneakerNet. I don't know if you guys ever heard of SneakerNet. And so we would connect, because I remember I had a computer store, and I was selling the first TCP IP cards. And it was a full-size card, about this big. You'd have to put it in the full-size IBM. You'd plug it in there, and you'd have your RJ45 jack in the back there. You could hook up your network cable and connect two computers together, and to build the first networks. But before there was any networking, we had SneakerNet, and basically how SneakerNet worked was pretty exciting. You would put out your data, save your file to a cassette or floppy disk, a 360K floppy disk at that. You'd pop it out of the drive, and you'd basically run over to the next computer, pop the disk into that computer, copy the files, and then you'd pull it out and use your SneakerNet and pop it into this computer. It's funny. It was SneakerNet. That's how you move files around. Sounds like Monopoly music. There you go. Let's see what else we got. You guys crack me up. Yeah, H-Bomb saying, yeah, all the market. It don't matter if you're dealing with sugar, oil, cryptocurrency, stocks. Everything is taking a beating. The savvy are selling off and looking for the buying opportunities, not just in crypto. You are correct. You are definitely correct. Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations to you. Yeah, gold and silver you were going to buy tomorrow, huh? The dip has me reconsidering. Yeah, you look at the gold. Even gold took a beating today. Gold price. I think it was down $100 or something. Let's take a look at gold price. So we're looking at, a drop in price. It's down, it's down 2%. No, down a total of 34. I don't want to buy your newsletter. So you got a down $34 just recently. So, this morning you were looking at 1635. And it's down to 1553, so it's down about, but it's definitely taking a punch. Also, let's take a look at the 30-day. Yeah, so there's your 30-day. You had it up and reached its peak, and it's also taking a punch in the face. It don't matter what you're holding. Everybody's cashing out to be in fiat. They want to be cash, so they want to hold on to the cash. So when everything, this is how the wealthy gets wealthier. They have so much money, and they sell out of this stuff. They put the rest of it into cash. They're sitting on so much cash, and they have so many extra reserves that when things collapse like this, they gobble it up at these low prices, and they become even wealthier. We're not talking people that are rich. We're talking people that are wealthy. All right, and they'll make a bundle off of everybody else's misery. Not that they're bad people, just that they have the funds to be able to do such a thing, and they just become more and more wealthy. It's just how it works. All right. Ricardo says, yeah, well, it's pretty easy to get those 32 ETH now. Yeah, what? Let's take a look. Let's get a refresh. Yep, under $100, 96. That's where I... Yeah, here's the problem. There's a shitload of dye that's gonna be, it's gonna be, forfeiting, and they're gonna end up... See, you have to... When you go to dye, you take your ETH, and you can pull it out. So let's say you had a $200 ETH, and if you were smart, you only took out $25 worth of equity out of that 200, and that gave you a big swing. The price could go all the way down to $75 before you'd get a call, and then at $75, once it hits that, they take your ETH. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be losing out, and if they over leverage themselves, too many people way over leveraging themselves with crypto. It's and this is the reason why we're seeing these collapses, because everything is getting called and then sold, and that's the reason why these prices are dropping down. Like I said, this is the initial shock. But I do think we're going to see a bump up. We're going to see some floating back down, but it's going to then continue to rise from that point. All right. What's the opposite of FOMO? It's I don't know. You guys tell me. What's the opposite of FOMO? Fear of missing out? Fear of buying in? Phobia. I think it's phobia. Fear of buying in. We'll type that into the chat. Yeah, FOMO and phobia. Let's see here. No, Bitcoin's not dead. Don't be stupid, Helen's Angels. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Now, you may get a really good price on it, but it ain't dead. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm hoping we laugh a lot afterwards. All right. I don't want this on my chat here. So I now see I'm forced to ban Helen's Angel, because instead of using the beer, they put the wording in here, and I got to take it out now because I can't have the in here. You could have called it anything else but that. You got to call it that. So let me delete this. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. No beer names and no COVID things. All right. Let's see here. H-Bomb saying, yeah, an Australian. I imagine toilet paper stocks are doing good. Well, you know, here's the good thing. Venezuela doesn't have a problem. They use the money for toilet paper. So I guess that makes it easy. Solves all the problems there. Yeah, that makes sense. Helen's saying Chesapeake Energy was up 10% today. More energy is being used as people are staying home all day. That is true. And that even happens down here in Florida, and people end up staying in because of the amount of air conditioning. Air conditioning pulls a lot of juice. And it definitely causes it to go up. Oh, Jerry's calling it. Jerry's saying, he goes, gosh. That was a nice way of putting it, Jerry. Gosh. Gee Willikers. Gee Willikers, Jerry. The price is really going down, isn't it? Wow. Gosh, BTC just keeps falling. Won't be surprised to see it down to 2K. 2K, that's a bit much, don't you think? Look at this here. We're getting some floppage here. The bulls are pushing back. These are some pretty good swings, so we're definitely seeing some resistance. I mean, it's still on a downward trend, but you're definitely seeing some resistance. And if this takes off, you're going to see all these guys. if this thing takes off a bit, goes up $500 or something, everybody's gonna start dumping it from Tether back into it. You're gonna see the price just shoot. It'll fall back down again. Let's see. Don't kid yourself. Helen saying Ethan on Ethereum and Ethereum Classic should die before BTC. It's highly unlikely. And you know those top coins are not going to be going anywhere. There's just too much infrastructure on ETH. Now Ethereum Classic, different story. I don't see it dying, but the price could collapse pretty significant on Classic. 3,900. Ricardo saying 3,900 on BTC. Let's take a look here. It went down to 39. We hit 39.90 and 39.97 before we had a nice dead cat bounce here. They're fighting back, but it's still pushing. You know, we're still seeing lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows down here. So there's nothing positive to say about this. We're still seeing it hit. Let's see here. Fear of being a phobie. There you go. You guys like my phobie. Remember, you heard that here first. Ricardo, go. There you go, Ricardo. You can put that in one of your articles. There's this guy I know, Dino Digits, man. He called it fear of buying in. Phobie. Registered trademark of Digispin Crypto. Oh, 3.5 euros. Come on, Jerry. Alright, you tricked me. You said 3.5k. I'm thinking you're talking dollars. Yeah, euros. You guys with that funny money over there in Europe. You make up all your own funny money. Supposed to use the new money, the dollars. Let's see here. Ricardo says, "Well, I have phobia for sure." Yeah, I definitely have phobia also. I'm like, all right, you know, and then by the time when you realize it's hitting it, yeah, it's starting to make its comeback. It's too late. The price is up too high, and then you're like, then you definitely got phobia because you're like, all right, it's too high, it's gonna fall again. Let's see here. No word of a lie, Dino. Supermarkets here are bone dry of toilet paper. Why people go buy? That's all right. Stock market's crashing. There's you can catch a beer. All the airplanes are empty. You can't go to any events. I know. I'm gonna sit home, eat pizza, and take a big dump. I need to get toilet paper. I mean, if you run out of toilet paper, just use a washcloth and freaking rinse it out and wash it good. I need an armful of toilet paper. Let's get a big bag. That's amazing that toilet paper is like the biggest commodity. There's got to be something you can take care of business with. Maybe some receipts that you have later. Use your tax receipts or something. Oh my gosh. Toilet paper. You think they'd spend the money on beer? On some food, some like rice and beans or something. So they have it. Let's see here. They're even fighting. There's even been people fighting on the aisles over a packet of toilet paper with footage published in the... Where are you again? Are you? Is it Australia or New Zealand that you're in, H-bomb? I forgot. The NZ. You guys are... My country's basically lost its mind. Yeah, but they're doing that here too, and I think that's been like a common problem. Gotta be at home. What's the most important thing? I know, I gotta have toilet paper. I plan to do lots of pooping. While I'm at home. H-Punk goes, yeah, I'm in Australia. I thought you guys were tougher than that. Oh my god. Just buy a couple of boxes of baby wipes. If they run out of toilet paper, use baby wipes. You get that nice smooth texture and cleans it up real nice. Ricardo goes, I need plenty of toilet paper. He goes, I'm the one that bought all the toilet paper because I'm pooping in my pants. Taking a look at these markets. Oh, I got it. I need a whole roll. Quick, somebody go down to the store and buy me 44 rolls of toilet paper. Oh my god. H-Bar goes, yeah, we're tough. We're so tough we'll dim your lights if you try to pinch our toilet paper. Oh my gosh. You guys crack me up. For some reason my chat, oh there comes the chat. I'm not getting all my chat stuff here. Let's see here. You know, after I wrote fear buying in, that was the last I was able to my top chat isn't working. Let's see here. Let's see if I can tell this to recycle. I can't even do that. Alright, so my live chat's down. I could probably type something. Hello. Yeah, that's going through. But I lost all the other... I lost everything else here. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Luckily I got it up on the screen here. Let's see what else we got. Cause Frank goes, I ran out of toilet paper, now I'm using my sink. I hope you're not pinching a loaf off in your sink. That seems kind of messy. Just dig a hole in the backyard, will you? You can get a refrigerator box, cut a little door, and you can go in there and sit on a stool or something. What else could we use for toilet paper? Like I said, some countries are using money. I guess they used to use in Florida here, they used to pick up the moss. Because the moss would fall off the trees, they'd pick up the moss because it was like a sponge, and they'd use that to clean themselves with, until they found out there's little mites in the moss. And they started getting mites. What? Getting mites biting their butts. That didn't turn out too good for them, did it? They're like, look at this soft moss, let's use that. Yeah, so if you're picking up stuff from outside, be careful. I guess it could be a problem. But I'm thinking you might have some old tax returns that are past 7 years that you don't have to you don't have to keep an eye on. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. Everybody texting me. Oh my gosh. What else do you have laying around? I guess you could use old cloth. Like I said, you know, I'd spend the money on some food, and I'd break out a washcloth and a bar of soap. That's all you need. Just scrub up the washcloth and clean it all out. Oh, Helen's saying they've been fighting over hand sanitizer below the Mason-Dixon line. I would imagine so. I've heard that that's been hard to come by. There was one guy who was saying you could take a bottle. They were buying bottles of alcohol and putting a leaf of aloe vera in it, using that as hand sanitizer. Let's see here. Road Bump saying, "Hey, what's going on with Web Dollar? Any updates?" Yeah, there's been a couple updates, things that they're working on. I'll have to check in with them. I think I talked about it on the last video, and they were coming out with an exchange that allowed you to wrap any particular crypto asset and be able to then sell it on this exchange. The problem is that if you notice in a lot of the countries, anything that's mixing or hiding crypto, they're arresting people for that. So, you know, it's not something that you'd want to use if you're in the States. You know, the rest of the world, I'm sure, will have a blast using that system. But and then they were looking at changing the proof of work from 66, which right now it's 33%, down to 10%, and leaving the rest proof of stake. So I'll check in with them. They have a lot of cool things going on. Jerry's going, "Is there anybody here buying at this price?" So somebody's buying. You can take a look. Remember I told you, you're going to see if once it starts going, it's going to take off fast. So you got a lift here. So we went from 42 all the way up to 47. So there's that $500 number I was telling you about, remember? So here it goes. Once it hits that $500, you're going to start people like, "All right, this is it. Everybody buy, jump in." So here's our takeoff point. It's going to fail at some point. And it'll come down. But I have a feeling you're going to see this. You know, it could go up $1,000 in the next 5 minutes. But here's our launch. I was waiting for it to happen. 42. Let's see. We're going from 4270. The 5,000. So it was a $700 pump right there. We're getting a little bit of a respite. Here comes our drop. It's fun to watch this stuff. Unfortunately, I can't get in at the moment because I'm talking to you. But there's our pump. Actually, H-Bomb saying is ETN is priced at an all-time low. Actually, obviously everything in USD is obviously going to be at a really low or extremely low price. Believe it or not, though, in Sats, it's not at its all-time low of Sats. I think we hit like 34 or 32, and I think our all-time low on Sats was 30. But we're getting close. We're getting close. Ricardo goes, "I ain't buying. What the heck would I say to my wife if I buy it now?" So there was our 750 launch. I'm going to have that retracement. And I think we got a 50-50 chance it'll go back up. That was a pretty good, I mean, that was pretty much straight up. That's a pretty good pad there. I'm wondering for today if that's going to be the all-time low. I'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on this. It's happening all pretty fast. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, $700. You know, and anybody that had it, bought it down here, is going to sell it now. they have 10 Bitcoin and they sell them off for $750 a pop to $7,500. They got enough money to buy toilet paper. Yeah, the mighty moss mites. Scary, right? I don't want no mites crawling around my underwear. That got awful. They did that in the Civil War. It was the, believe it or not, it was the Union, and they came down here to the north, and they came down here to the southern part. Now, of course, all of the folks that live down here south of the Mason-Dixon line knew not to wipe their tush with moss because there were moss mites in it. And, you know, the guys from up north never saw moss like that. Thought it was really soft and cushy. Ended up having a problem. I'm sure they got laughed at. So there's a, here we go, it's going back up again. We got our jump. Oh. It's swinging wild, huh? It's swinging $100. Look at it, back and forth, $100. This is, it's pretty significant to see that much of a swing. Crazy, fun to watch. But you're swinging what, 48.10 to 5100, $200 swings in under 60 seconds. That's violent. That's even for Bitcoin. That's pretty violent. Helen saying, just take it down. If you don't have any toilet paper, just take a bath or a shower at least, right? Helen said they bought in at 4,000. All right, that's a good win for you. Good for you. Did you sell at 5 and make a cool 1,000? There's gonna be a lot of money made, and you're gonna see this stuff go up and down consistently, because people are gonna be able to buy in at prices, make 1,000 points in under an hour, and then dump it, and so it'll come back down. And there's going to be some significant gains to be made here for experienced traders. This is like heaven. This volatility, and you have a lot of people that are placing shorts, and all those shorts are going to get liquidated. I'm sure there's a ton of them that got liquidated in this pump right here, because I'm sure they were all expecting it to hit a little bit more. Anybody placed a short way up here, they did really well for themselves. Hopefully they closed it out, took the win. But I told you, once we hit that 500, I think we're going to see a blast off to a certain point before we'll see a retracement, and that's exactly what's happening right now. We hit that 500. And now it's just blasting off. People are gonna jump in, fear of missing out. For me, I'm doing fear of buying in. I'm doing the phobia, because this can't go on for too long. But that may have been our bottom. It's possible. Look at that climb. I mean, that's pretty significant. I mean, it's got a long way to go. And if we can break this support line right here at the 6100, then I would tend to think that was a bottom for today. And we'll have to see if that retraces back. But that's some good price. I mean, if you had some money to buy yourself at 4,000, that's those are bonus prices to be buying at. I think I'm going to keep an eye on it and see if it falls back down. Unfortunately, wasn't able to buy because I was sitting here talking with you guys, and I didn't set an automated order. But I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not going to buy it up here. I got my phobia going on, so I'm going to have to wait. And if it goes up, it goes up. But if it comes back down, then I'll probably take advantage of that 4,000 mark. I mean, that's a good number. That's a real good number. Alright, let's see what we got here. do it at 3. And did I just close my window? Yeah, I did. Let's bring that back up. Okay. Let's refresh this. I'm gonna do a quick cycle so I can get some feedback. All right. H-Bomb saying, hey, I gotta go. Yeah, take care, H-Bomb. It's great to see you. Glad that you had a chance to visit and stop by the show. This will kill the legitimate cryptos, and the ones with purpose can get on with it. Yeah, you have a good point there. But unfortunately, it's not gonna. It's rare they get killed off in one night. They get bled to death over time. You're not gonna see any cryptos just die tonight. But it'll happen. Live TV saying, hey Dino, it's gonna go to 3K. Even with the pump here, huh? Yeah, I'll have to see. I think over the period ahead we may see that. We're getting a nice little pump here, but I can't imagine even if this pumps up tonight, once the markets open up tomorrow here in the States and the news comes out, I have a feeling it could return back to these prices for the next day, depending on the news as it's going along. So we'll have to see. We'll check it out. Let's see what we got here. Where we at with Ethereum? Ethereum is back to 106, so even that's a decent price. I think I got most of my Ethereum in the 85 or 90 range, somewhere in that area, and you can't beat that. Man, that's a good price. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin Cash, SV. You can tell. See, all the money's gone into Tether. Tether's number 4. All right, you got 4.25 billion sitting there. So that's where all the money is. All that money, when the time's right, that money's just going to flood right back out into Bitcoin, and the price is going to just flip out. It's just going to flip out. Yeah, it'd be a shame tomorrow you take a look and you go, holy smokes, it's back up to $8,000. Damn it, I missed that $4,000 price. I could have doubled my money overnight. Son of a gun. Yes, it's a tough call. Phobie. Oh my gosh. Craziness. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it. You guys pay attention to what's going on. Good luck to each and every one of you. I hope you find Bitcoin at the price that you want it to be. Keep some cash. Make sure you have money to feed your family. And don't panic. Don't worry. We all know Bitcoin's going to go right back up once this is over. It's going to go up big. So, hang tough. Enjoy yourself. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.